Hey everybody, it's Ken and Ray from Two Drunk Brothers Garage. We are not professional mechanics. We're just two drunk brothers turning wrenches in a garage. So grab your favorite cold beverage there and kick back and enjoy this video.
Hell yeah. Getting some dirt delivered. Right over. That's awesome. We got a little compacting to do up here. It's a little softer, but not too bad. The dozer's leaving us. Driveway pad all done. The Sani is gonna maybe leave today. We're not sure yet. Almost there, Mr. P. Watch. Hey everybody, it's Ray
And Ken?
and just gonna do kind of a final walkthrough after we did the dirt work for the new driveway and pad here. It's about a week after the equipment went away, so just wanted to guys show you here a little bit. So this is my original driveway and what we added here. I'm gonna post a few before and after photos, but we'll walk down here. We had the equipment for a week. Like I stated in part 1 video there, Kenny and John, I couldn't have done it without their help and their expertise on the machines. As you've seen a little bit earlier in this video, my birch tree is gonna stay. The dump truck operators had no problem getting back here, plenty of room, so leads me to believe that I'll have plenty of room for cement trucks and everything. We did pound a post in the ground. I'm just gonna throw up a cable with a do not enter just to,
For now.
yeah, just for now. Maybe a gate eventually, but nothing massive right now. Just something to deter people. I still need to run the whacker packer down this slope. I'd like to clean it up a little bit more. There is the whacker packer that I have, and this is the cleared area. That is the pile of spruce trees from the front yard that my brother-in-law John cut down. I'll post another video of me cleaning up the front yard if you guys are interested, or yeah, maybe not. Even if you're not interested, I'll throw it up there. But all of that is from dead spruce trees in the front yard. We do have the pile of wood here. That pile is from that clearing just before and from where the driveway is now. This is walking down to the pad. It's a 40 by 60 pad. Don't know if I'm gonna make a 40 by 60 shop, probably not. But as we're walking up, be driving right into the garage doors. So the garage doors will face the road just like the house garage does. That's the front corner of the pad, and then back there by the Bronco is the rear corner, and that's 40 feet back to that stake there, and then it's another 13 feet to the property line.
Yeah, 13 feet.
We did 13 feet. I need to be 10 feet off for a building. John pointed out that that includes your eaves, so 12 feet offset to compensate for the 2-foot eaves on a building, and I wanted to have a little leeway. So, and then spruce tree is one of the only healthy ones on this lot, so we kept it. And a burn pile that I'll burn maybe this winter.
That would actually
hopefully
make a good Christmas tree.
Big Christmas tree, but yeah. There's the right rear stake. That's 60 feet from the one by the Bronco. Already moved the plow down here. There's the LED light that we installed. Worked good all winter long. I know you guys haven't seen the final video of that yet, but it's coming. We're working on it. I do have a lot of cleanup of fallen logs and everything. Just haven't got to it yet. Do have a lot of fallen trees. Most of the spruce, actually all of the spruce, were dead. We didn't cut down any healthy spruce, I don't think. Maybe a few small ones, but not much. But,
We had a big beetle kill come through last year, or the past 2 years.
well, the spruce bark beetle have been killing off trees in the state since I've been up here in 03. So it's just been in the last couple years that I've seen them dying around these parts.
Yeah.
Yeah.
True, yeah.
Yep. And then this would be just part of the entryway into the shop driveway. Some of these trees right here, once the building starts going in, maybe they'll have to come down. I'm going to try to save as many trees as I can. Another pile of logs from clearing everything. Got a little stand of trees there in the backyard. Got a huge pile of burn to do. Maybe this
Winter?
fall. Maybe this fall, late September, early October, if it's dry or wet enough. Right now we're in a burn ban because it's so dry in the state. But I do have a massive pile there to burn. I'll start burning a little bit of it when I can.
I think if we started burning right now, it would take like 30 minutes to burn and it'd be done.
Yeah, it would take like 30 minutes to burn, and then we would burn the rest of the state down too, and we don't want that. It is super dry. We've had a couple rains about 4 days ago, but it hasn't rained in 4 days. So, and then got
Not enough to do anything though.
nope, got the backyard pretty much. I ran my Gravely DR mower type thing back here. Got this all knocked down around the trees. Those trees are definitely staying. They're some of the healthiest trees on the
There's some dead branches
property.
right there, but
yeah.
hopefully we didn't catch none of the roots, because all these roots right here are from them.
Yeah, they'll be all right.
Yeah.
They'll survive. But I do.
If not, they'll come down.
That's right. I do need to drag some more. There's a box spring there, obviously, that you guys are looking at that I started dragging. I dragged the driveway and some of the pad. I do want to drag all of this. I started dragging this and then dragging it up the driveway, but I was getting a lot of sticks and everything, and I don't want to do that. So I just need to clear out my trailers there and just kind of work on this. There's a lot of finessing left to do.
You gonna bring more dirt in here to eventually level this off, or?
I don't know. I want to see. Kenny was asking, I'm sure you guys heard, if I'm going to bring any more dirt in here. It's all going to depend on how this settles after this winter and into spring of 2023. I know I'll need more dirt in here for the driveway, and we're definitely going to need more dirt in here for the pad. I had originally estimated 150 yards. You guys heard in part 1, and then in the beginning of part 2 of this video, you'll hear me say we had 110 yards delivered. When I did the initial calculations for the pad, I did it for the whole 40 by 60 pad. What I didn't take into account is that the gravel that we found on site that we used to do the driveway, we had covered about a fifth of the pad with some of that. So the pad was already started before we hauled in dirt. So I recalculated, had 110 yards brought in. After we got it all done and kind of leveled out and took some depth measurements and everything, we probably could have used the extra 40 yards and had that a lot more level. But I knew I wasn't going to build on that at all this year. So if it settles, great with the frost and a thaw, then we'll just add more gravel next year. And now that I know Kenny is a master on a bulldozer, yeah, we don't need to bring brother-in-law John back. We will bring brother-in-law John back if he wants to come back, of course. But him and our sister have settled down in Idaho, so they're starting a new life adventure. They've been up here for almost 40 years, so this was one of the last few times that they'd be coming up here regularly. So anyhow, just wanted to show you guys here, give you a little walk down. This is walking back up the driveway, and you can see how, sorry about the sun in that camera, but how it's meant to flow around and out our normal driveway. That birch tree right there at the beginning of the driveway is one that my wife has wanted to keep, and I agree with her. So far everything is looking well to keep that guy. And also, that was a bonus that we were able to keep that birch. So far everything worked. Dump trucks were able to get down here, as you guys seen earlier in this video, no problem.
Hey everybody, just figured just give you guys a quick rundown on what it cost for me to do the dirt work and everything for the shop. It was better than I thought it was going to be. Less than I had set aside, which was good.
That's always good.
Yeah, no, it is always good. I was pleasantly surprised, actually. I was hoping to get a little bit lower, but at the end of the day, it's okay, and everything's you know, a little pricier right now. Let's just say that. So we brought in the D3 dozer and that Sony 75 excavator for 1 week. What that boiled down to here locally, if I did a day rental, and a day rental comes with 8 hours of operating time on the Hobbs meter, 3 days of day rental was the same amount or just a little less than getting the piece of equipment for an entire week. The week was 7 calendar days, only 40 hours on the Hobbs meter. So for us, it just made more sense to bring it in for the week.
Yep.
We didn't get close to the 40 hours on either machine, which surprised me because
Actually 40 hours on a piece of machine is a lot of hours.
I didn't think that it was going to be a lot of hours, but after going through this evolution, I realize now, and I'll tell you guys basically about how many hours we had for each piece of equipment. I didn't even get to 20 hours on either piece of equipment.
Right.
We got to just shy of 12 hours on the dozer, and just shy of 19 hours on the excavator. And that first day when the excavator got delivered, it was here before noon, and John ran that. I looked at the Hobbs meter that first day, and he ran it for over 5 hours that first day. Right. But the rest of the time, we only ran it for another 12 hours, which really kind of shocked me. But it was nice not having to jam everything into. If I had done a 3-day rental and had 24 hours of operating time on the Hobbs meter, we wouldn't have even got to that point, but we would have had to have jammed everything into 3 days, including the delivery of the dirt, operating. Kenny was coming over after working all day long at his day job. So it was just nice to have the week of calendar time, and at the end of it, the Hobbs time didn't matter,
right?
And the cost was the same as renting it for 3 days, basically.
Yep.
So, and I'm not sharing these numbers with you guys to gloat or anything. It's just giving you a rundown on what it cost up here for us to do this project. And that's all. That's the only reason I'm sharing it with you. So the gravel, we had 110 yards of just basic pit run come in, and 11 loads, 10 yards a load. That was $1,200 total, including the trucking. And the surprising part about that is I have a coworker that lives in Texas, and he had 4 loads of gravel brought into his property after I had the gravel delivered here, and he paid $2,000 for 4 loads, basically $500 a load, and that included the trucking. Now he lives quite a ways away. The gravel pit where I got the deliveries from was only 4.5 miles away. He was like 35 miles away. Yeah. So
the trucking is what got him.
The trucking is what got him. But I was still blown away at how much it cost down in the lower 48. So $1,200 for the gravel. The dozer rental was $1,420
for the week.
Total, and that's including $180 on the delivery. They charged $90 each way for the delivery on each piece of equipment, so $180, $90 drop it off, $90 pick it up. The excavator was $1,730 for the week, which once again, a day rental was $495.
Jeez.
So 3 days you're at $1,500
Yep.
plus $180 delivery, so you're at $1,680 for 3 days of rental. I kept it for the whole week for $50 more.
Yep.
And had 40 hours, so it just made more sense. I did have to refuel them, and we did pretty good on the diesel usage. I'm gonna say we burnt 60 gallons of fuel. I filled up a 55-gallon drum and dumped that probably down to 15 left in it. Went and filled it up again for the weekend, and then topped off the machines just before sent them off, and there was probably still, I probably got 25 gallons left in there.
I think so. Yeah.
Yeah. So I don't know exact amount. I'm just gonna say $60 or 60 gallons, but the total for the two 55-gallon drums that I had filled, and 55 gallons the first time, and I think it was 30 gallons the next time. So I brought in 85 gallons of fuel, and that total cost was right at $400. I didn't burn all 85, so I'm just gonna say the total amount for the fuel that I have. And I did buy a DC fuel pump, automatic fuel pump, to run off that 55-gallon drum, so we didn't have to sit there and do a hand crank in the mornings and everything. And the only other major cost that I had was the black, I call it Typar, but you guys seen it in the first video. It's the strengthening fabric that went down before we brought all the gravel in.
It's like silt fence.
Not silt fence.
It's sort of like that.
I actually thought it was a weed barrier. John told me that really doesn't have anything to do with weed control. It's just to give you a separation from your gravel and whatever the subsoil is underneath it, to make it stronger, to make it compact better and everything. So that that order was $500. I had 125 feet of the 12.5 foot wide, which was for the driveway, and then I bought an entire roll. I needed 310 feet of the 17.5 foot wide to cover the pad area, and they sold it by a 309 foot roll, cheaper than buying it per foot if they sat there and measured it out. I ended up miscalculating on that, just like I did the gravel. And so I actually got about 50 foot of that left, but I bought it for this project, so that cost is all involved. I did have some extra cost. I had a couple tubes of grease, had to grease the machines, did some cleaning on the machines, no money outlay there, but I also kept the boys, lubricated themselves along with the machines. So there was a little money outlay there. So not counting the lubrication fees, I had about $56.50 into the overall job. I was hoping to come in underneath the 5K mark. Got really close. Probably more like 6K after you figure in the grease and the adult lubrications that I spent. But overall, it was good, and I was pleasantly surprised. I really expected to double that. So I was happy with that. And like I told you guys, could not have done it without this guy. He really is a master on a dozer. I did not understand how good he was on it. Or actually,
I told him, but he didn't want to believe me until he saw it.
Yeah, and I really didn't understand how difficult it is to keep everything moving. For me, I had to be in turtle mode on both of those machines because John was showing me, well, you need to click here on the excavator to go to rabbit mode and it'll go faster. Well, I don't do well with it going faster. I don't want it going faster because then I forget what I need to do and I end up knocking down trees with the bucket and digging a hole way deeper than I needed when I was just scraping the top, and it's just not good. So had I been running those two pieces of equipment for the week, it probably would have took me 60 hours in 7 days because I only ran it at turtle speed. That's it. John and Kenny, no, they're full bore, 100%, ramp up the RPMs, go rabbit mode, and just go at it. And it's just experience. I get it. But it was fun. I'm glad to have this project done. We'll see how it settles over the winter time, see what it looks like come spring. You might see another video of us hauling some more dirt in here. I'm sure we're going to need it. I know we need 40 or 50 more yards just to level the pad. But we're going to have some low spots and everything, probably on the driveway as well. But anyhow, hope you guys enjoyed this video. Please like, subscribe, comment. We appreciate it. It'll help us out. And cheers.
Cheers.
From two drunk brothers.
Garage.
Sitting in a garage. Here's a couple photos before we started the work on the new driveway and the new pad. And here are a couple photos after we finished the driveway and the pad. Hey, wanted to take a quick moment here to thank my brother-in-law John again. I thanked Kenny earlier in this video. Forgot to mention John at the tail end of there, so I just didn't want to forget. And thank you, John. I appreciate all your help. Couldn't have done it without you. Couldn't have done it without Kenny. Thank you, guys.